we should just sort of launch right in. I mean, with questions, I suppose. I mean, did anybody want to dance? I understand there's a. Anybody want to dance to the microphone that way or that way? Is there a line over there? Oh, hello.
Hello.
You're coming out of the box. Okay. Yes.
I tend to. Well, welcome to your first Supernatural convention.
Thank you.
So as your first question, I'm going to ask you something that has nothing to do with Supernatural. What was it like to work on the set of Watchmen?
It was great, actually, and particularly because of Zack Snyder, the director, who I'd worked with before on Dawn of the Dead, and he's just one of those guys that everybody wants to go the extra mile for. I mean, the crew was perpetually inspired, and he's so enthusiastic and so energetic, and in between shots, he'd be playing football with his kid. You know, I mean, he's just this great guy who people just went to bat for. It was amazing. So it was great fun, and lots of crew. I mean, maybe too many crew. I mean, perhaps 10 people where one would do. You know, you sometimes look at that on crews of big movies and go, God, why are there so many people? And then you suddenly realize, oh, everybody's actually doing something. But it was fun to do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Line that way.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering what it's like to be such a cultural icon 20, 30 years after Max Headroom, because you're in Watchmen, Eminem imitated Max Headroom in the Rap God video. You're just in everything. Like, it's
Yeah. So, can you please finish now? Can you get out? No, thank you for saying that. Whenever anybody says an icon, it always sort of sounds like a brand name of aluminum, but thank you. And I'm going to add one little postscript to what you just said. The Museum of Modern Art in New York has just purchased a permanent Max installation. So, that's pretty neat. I sort of envisage myself as behind bulletproof glass in a roped off area like a chattering Mona Lisa. Maybe I'll just get a dunk tank or something. But it's pretty neat, so I'm happy about that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello.
Welcome back to the side of the stage.
Oh, thanks. It's good to be stage right.
So I actually am a big fan of Sci-Fi's Alice, which you were in.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to know what that whole thing was like and how you felt about that whole production.
Well, I love playing the White Knight, and he's a fantastic character because he's funny and sad and confused and lonely and all the real human things, you know. And it's a lovely character to play, sort of like Don Quixote mixed with the Cowardly Lion, you know. It was a fantastic role to play, and the director Nick Willing is a great friend, and he basically just gave me one note at the beginning. He just said, Matty, you must know that the White Knight has been driven mad by loneliness. You know, and it was like, wow, okay, I get it, you know, and that's sort of all that I needed. And then he just sort of let me go. It was a lot of fun to do. Thank you. Excuse me, I'll be right here. Hello.
Hi, I was just wondering, they've killed off poor Julie in his death, and would one of his brothers, like Pestilence, like to step up and become the new Death?
Sure. I mean, Pestilence is basically death in waiting anyway. So, it's like the doctor will see you now. So, sure. I think that's a great idea. Tweet away.
Thanks.
Okay. Hello.
Hi. Is there any part, since you played Pestilence, is there anything you acted out that just grossed you out completely?
Look, the idea of Pestilence grossed me out completely. But then you get on the set, and then you know, the effects guys are kind of going, "This is the snot that you're going to be using," and then they allow you to, you know, stick your hand in the bucket of green goo and so it doesn't gross you out at the time. The idea of it grosses you out beforehand, but the actual execution of the grossness, no, nothing grosses me out. Done? Hello.
Hello. So I've spent my life watching you in so many things.
Oh, thank you.
I would like to know what your favorite role has been.
Gosh, I love playing the White Knight. I love playing Daedalus in Olympus. I love playing Sherlock Holmes. Boy, there've been a few actually. I kind of have a short list of probably 8 or 9. I've been very lucky that way. So blessed really. So, but thank you. I don't have a favorite. It's the old deal, isn't it? It's like you're my favorite child. I'm giving you up for adoption.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's just fun to watch. Hi, my name is Rachel. It's nice to meet you.
Trying negotiating that thing in the middle. I think I'm supposed to sit on it, but.
Okay, first I'm very, very excited because the first thing I've ever seen you in was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh.
And that's how my friends started to LARP. We actually would pretend we were in the movie and whatnot. So my question is based on that movie.
Sure.
Because I absolutely love it. What was it like working on that set, like with Moranis and the kids and all that jazz?
It was great. It was shot down in Mexico City, and it was all oversized props. So giant Cheerios, and I think one of my fondest memories of the thing was the giant ant, because it was a giant puppet ant, and they had a Mexican puppet crew working on it, and there would be one guy on each leg and one for the calipers, and with this guy going, unos, dos, tres, unos, dos, tres, and unos, dos, tres, unos, dos, tres. and we watched this going, that sounds amazing, and then then somebody goes, it's your line. Oh, right. But it was just incredible. I mean, it was just so wonderfully silly, and that again, the back in the days when they wanted an oversized Cheerio or the oversized bead, and it was actually an oversized Cheerio or bead, and now you can do things instantly digitally. So some of that craft work is gone, but now it's been replaced by guys who are equally, if not more, talented in other areas. And so, yeah, but it was.
Shrunk, and then you were made bigger again. Did you actually stay a little smaller? Because the whole hat thing didn't fit?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were referring to something else. Yeah, I still have that hat, just to remind me not for my head not to get too big. Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. I was actually just wondering, you've done a number of Stephen King movies, and I was wondering if that was, if you're a Stephen King fan, or if you just kind of wound up doing the movies.
I've always been a Stephen King fan. I love The Stand. That was one of my favorites ever. And Mick Garris, who directed that, has become a great friend, and I've worked with him, I think it's 7 times since. And I had the distinction of being the actor in the most Stephen King adaptations of anyone else. So thank you for noticing. Hello.
Trash Can Man was awesome. He is one of my favorite characters.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
The great thing about you is you've done so much. We've got 1,000 different things we can ask you about. I want to ask you about Eureka. It's one of my favorite shows as well. You are one of my favorite actors and characters on there. Do you have any funny stories or anything that happened that you remember that just stands in your mind about Eureka?
the dog that I was chasing never did what the dog was supposed to do, but did they ever? And so in a way, it was fine because the Jim Taggart character was so big-hearted and so good with the animals that it didn't really matter whether or not the dog was going to do it, because he would always sort of forgive him, and he just didn't do anything he was supposed to do, and it just went on and on and on. I was like, so, but he didn't bite me, so he was good that way. You know, I'd always be feeding him stuff from the craft table. That's probably why.
He had you.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi. I was wondering if, along the lines of the last question, if you had any other funny moments on any other set that you would run.
Yeah, lots. I mean, stuff happens all the time. I was doing, this is only coming to mind because of working with dogs. I worked with another dog at one point, and he did bite me. And but I always remember the conversation with the guy who was the dog handler afterwards, saying that I had pulled him out of the car wrong, and that's why he bit me. So it was, I always thought that was kind of funny. It was just sort of like he was panicking and he needed to blame somebody. So I was just the convenient go-to actor. Well, you idiot! Your hand was there, so no wonder he bit you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you talk about your time doing Hercules?
Well, that was with Bobcat Goldthwait. He and I were Pain and Panic together, and it was a lot of fun. And they realized that a lot of the stuff was going to be the interplay between the two of us. So we got a chance to record together, which was a lot of fun. I mean, he's a great guy. He's the most caffeinated guy you'll ever meet. But we had a great time together, and it was good bouncing off him. I mean, there was so much stuff that hit the cutting room floor that probably didn't make it in because obviously it wasn't going to make it in. But yeah, it was fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. You can see I'm slowing up now.
Hi. I wanted to ask you, how did you enjoy doing Max Headroom?
It was amazing, and it was so weird that we always thought it was. I always thought it was weird enough to do well, but who knew? And I was an actor over in England at the time, and a friend of mine auditioned for this weird thing called Max Headroom, and he said he didn't think he was right for it, but he knew somebody who was. And how often does that happen? Like never. And I went in and did this ad lib around 6 lines of dialogue, and then auditioned for the other character, the Edison Carter character.